Hello! Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be uploading my first video. So yeah, welcome to the channel that is Hero of Rage. Now later on you'll notice that my username is not Hero of Rage on Dueling Network, but I will fix that eventually. Maybe, I don't know. I don't like changing accounts. I like this one. So yeah. What I'm going to be doing is deck profiles and watching and commentating on matches and maybe even just playing matches. I don't know. A little bit about me. I got into Yu-Gi-Oh about 5 years ago. Not really competitive 5 years ago, but eventually I played my first competitive deck, which was a Gladiator Beast deck at a regionals, and I quit soon after that with competitiveness because it was just way too expensive. But then I found Dueling Network a while later, and I found out how cool it is. And I've been playing on it ever since, and I just thought I'd make a YouTube channel finally, since I have the time and the equipment for it. So yeah, um, right now I'm going to show you a deck that I've personally been in love with and been using for a while. Let's see. This is Yosenju Aggro, is what I call it. Now, you probably know the Yosenjus. Usually, okay, hold on a second. I'm just gonna be a little lazy here. Usually run Pendulum monsters. And I played around with that. It's not my favorite. Like, okay, sure, he gets to bounce some things. And then these two are perfect numbers for your pendulum thing. And they have slightly good effects, I guess. I don't know. I just didn't seem to like them. But my first variant with it was with pendulums, and I didn't like it, as I just said. But I do really like this version that I made up. I don't know if anyone else uses it, but I do. I use this type of variant without pendulum monsters. Now, at first, before this guy came out and this guy came out, I ran a very different build, but this is my newest build. So yeah, let's go on with it. Yosenju Tachi, by far my favorite. I run 3 of him. He, like the rest, will return your hand at the end of the turn if normal summoned, but he gives you an extra normal summon immediately after his effect resolves. So it's not just as easy, I guess. I don't really know how that affects anything. It makes it quicker, I guess. I think it makes it so Bottomless can trigger on all 3 of the or all the guys you summon. I don't know. I'll have to ask you guys if you know. Tell me in the comment section. But he is by far my favorite because he's got 1600 attack, 500 defense. No, not really. That's not why he's my favorite. This is why. If you control another Yosenju monster, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls and return it to the hand. So basically, it becomes a compulse, and I can use it every turn. And it's only on face-up cards, but it's really gotten me out of some situations. Like, for instance, I just played a duel where some kid or a person just basically attached mage power onto his tricky. I know these sound like really weird cards to use, and it was in rated, by the way. But yeah, he did that. I Fiendish Chained his tricky, and I went to next turn, drew into him as my only card, and threw him, well, as one of my only cards in hand other than this guy. And then I threw him down, bounced it back to hand, got rid of the Fiendish Chain and well, not the Fiendish Chain, I think. Yeah, it's only when it's destroyed, but got rid of the mage's power, which was nice. And then I got him down to his last bit of life points at that point, so I won the game with him. He can help a lot. So next card is my second favorite, well, second favorite level 4 guy. He acts as a searcher if one of your other Yosenju monsters inflicts battle damage. So if he does, it doesn't work. But if any of your other Yosenju monsters do, you get to add any Yosenju card to your hand. Next is my least favorite level 4. It actually is my least favorite in general. I still run 3 because the normal summon, he's still very needed. He just lets you attack directly for half the damage, which is a cool combo with him. If you're facing fire hands or ice hands or something, or shadows, whatever, you don't want to flip them over and get over their effects or something. Or you just feel like you don't want to attack into it because you feel like it'll do something. I don't know. He's okay. I just use him to bait out stuff like Bottomless or Solemn or whatnot. Yeah. Next is the first level 6 that came out. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a non-win monster, you can destroy that monster. That is mainly why I play him. Because he acts as a cataster. Yes, his other effect doesn't work in this deck because no pendulum monsters, but we don't really care about that. And if he was special summon during the end phase, you bring him back to your hand, which I usually don't special summon him. And next is the last level 4 of the deck, and I only run 2 of him because I went into testing, and he's good and all for giving all your guys 1,000 attack for discarding or while being on the field, but he's not my favorite, I guess. He's got clunky. When I played 3, I'd always draw into him and have to use him as a monster, which isn't all that bad because he can also target a monster while he's on the field, give it 1,000 attack, but he's not my favorite. And then this last guy is really good. When you summon him, when he's normal summon, you can special summon any of your Yosenju monsters out onto the field, which means if you summon one of your level 4s, they get to stay on the field. But if you summon him, he's out as an attacker for the turn or for an XYZ play, whatever. But he's out. And if he's still there at the end of the turn, he returns to your hand. He's got to be my favorite level 6, though, because he does the special summon and he stays on the field. Because you're never going to special summon him. Because he can't with his own effect. And then I play one bear. Because I used to play a variant where I played 3 in Wolfbark and a gorilla, which was before these guys came out. And it was kind of good, but I didn't really like it because Wolfbark never worked out. Bear was bad at 3 because I'd always draw into it, and it would just always get bottomless or solemned or something, or just destroyed really easily because they don't want bears searching out for the next few cards, like Tenki, which is an obvious add-in with Beast Warriors, my 2 MST, and then here's another one of the Yosenju cards. They keep it as Yokai because technically if this was on the board and you had another card, it would be kind of OP. So each time you summon a Yosenju monster, you get a counter on this. You can move 1 during your turn to give all your guys 300 attack, which isn't my favorite effect, but my favorite effect is adding when you get 3 counters. You get to add 1 Yosenju card from your deck or graveyard to your hand, which is really good in my personal opinion. But I only play 2 of it because you can only activate these effects once per turn. So that means if you have 2 on board, it's really useless. Like, it just fills up an extra spot. I don't know. It's just not my favorite. And because number 1's effect doesn't really... Moving 1 doesn't really help me. 3 is the only thing I use it for. I hardly get this card out anyway. Anyway, 3 Upstart Goblins, obviously, just for draw power, I guess. I didn't play Pot of Duality because I special summon, or I tend to try and special summon something, either that or an XYZ. Here's Tensu for an extra normal summon shenanigans, and a Gyoko for stunning their spell and traps. here I play one bottomless, one X evacuation device. I play three Fiendish Chain, which are in the place of Trap Stun. I used to play three of them. Um, I am personally liking this better because monster effects were my worst enemy. So yeah, and now here's the other card that really good. That as long as you control one of your Yosenju monsters, you can basically counter any spell or trap or a monster effect activating. So no, you can't counter summons. Sorry, but it's really good. It's really good when you have a Yosenju monster out on board, which will usually be Maga or Yama. Maybe sometimes the other guys. Usually not. Then I play one Solemn and one Torrential Tribute. The extra deck really isn't is just my personal thing. The only cards you really need in the deck are a Lightning Chidori, a Tiger King, the other Bujin guy, and Beyond Hope and M7. Those are the only ones I tell you to get because Chidori is just amazing. It's helped me win games. Tiger King lets you search out your Tenki or Tensu or something, or maybe even Gyoko, whatever you're in the mood for. He's pretty good. Becomes a 2000 beater of some sort. And then we have this guy who he can basically get rid of destruction. But yeah, that's basically it. That is my deck profile. This is my first video. I will see you guys later. Peace.